Hey, what's going on, everybody? So the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 38-35 in the Super Bowl. And what can I say? This Super Bowl certainly was entertaining. I got my 3 hours of entertainment, so it was a well worth watched game in my eyes. And but the Eagles, man, they blew it in this Super Bowl. I don't know what else to say, but they were up 24-14 at halftime against the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Eagles just absolutely blew a 10-point lead against Kansas City. And I don't get how they blew this game, because in the first half, they played better than the Chiefs did. And, I thought that the Philadelphia Eagles were going to win this game, but, then I reminded myself, don't sleep on the Chiefs, even if you have a 10-15 point lead, because the Chiefs have a tendency of always making a comeback. And that's what they did in the second half. Chiefs, they came to play. Patrick Mahomes, he balled out. He was firing on all cylinders in the second half. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they won another ring. This is their second Super Bowl win in 3 years, and their third Super Bowl win overall. So yeah, they are now tied with the Broncos and the Raiders for most Super Bowl wins in the AFC West and all that stuff. But I mean, really, the Eagles, man, I don't get how the heck they just play like crap in the second half, because I feel like the Eagles just weren't the same team that they were in the first half, because first half they were doing defensively really well against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, they were getting to him. They were, just basically pressuring him with their front seven. But it's just in the second half, I feel like the Eagles defense was just absolutely disappointing. But, I mean, even though I'm a Patriots fan, I got to give it up to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's cut the BS here, man. Second half, Patrick Mahomes, he came to play. And this is why, against the Chiefs, you never, ever want to rest when you have a lead against them. And that's what I feel like the Eagles kind of did in this game, is that they rested too much. They got too comfortable in the second half, and they allowed the Chiefs to come back. Jalen Hurts, I think he was pretty average in the second half, if I'm being honest here. Well, he had a couple of nice throws, including that long, what was it, a 50-yard pass or something that almost, I think, was a touchdown and all that. So yeah, but Jalen Hurts, man, I don't understand, like, some of the decisions he made were kind of questionable in this game too. But I mean, I still think that Jalen Hurts is going to be the future quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. I have no doubts about that at all, because today Jalen Hurts, he had a decent game, but yeah, some of the throws he made were very, very questionable in my eyes. Like, especially when he was being chased out of the pocket. Like, why didn't any of his receivers just come forward and just try to get open as he was being chased out of the pocket? It's easy for me to say that, of course, but I feel like that Jalen Hurts could have made a couple of better throws than just, try and throw the ball away on third down and all that. But I mean, the Chiefs up front seven absolutely just put the pressure on Jalen Hurts in the second half, that I feel like that the Eagles, they really just suffered a defensive collapse in this game. That's really what happened about the outcome of the Super Bowl. Just Eagles defensive collapse. Chiefs, especially, I guess, maybe because I thought that, when the Chiefs returned that fumble for a touchdown to tie it up at 14, I thought that was going to change the whole momentum of the game, but I guess it didn't. And what I feel like really changed the whole momentum of the game was just the Eagles setting for field goals instead of going for touchdowns. And that was the biggest issue I think the Philadelphia Eagles had in the second half, was just going for field goals instead of touchdowns, especially like on the last drive. Like, the Eagles defense in the second half, man, was absolutely nowhere to be seen. Like, I'm sorry, but the Eagles defense just absolutely disappointed. I mean, second half, they couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes at all. And if you want to beat a quarterback or just get a win a quarterback against the Chiefs, and or if you want to be able to beat the Chiefs, and get a W over him, then you need to consistently put pressure on Patrick Mahomes on almost every snap, not just the first half, but the second half as well. And that's where I feel like the Eagles front seven failed miserably in the second half, just not putting enough pressure on Mahomes. He just had all day to throw in the pocket, and that's the problem with the Eagles defense in the second half. Just Eagles defense completely gave up. Either they were just tired, I don't know, but just first half, man, they were doing so well, but second half, Eagles defense nowhere to be seen. While the Chiefs, they got all the momentum. They were able to stop Jalen Hurts on the last drive and go for a game-winning field goal and all that stuff. And that's the problem with the Eagles defense, is that they gave the Chiefs way too much time, because, in the first half, Eagles They were dominating time of possession. And if you want to beat a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, especially in a Super Bowl or in any NFL game, what you need to do is, number one, constantly put pressure on him with your front seven. Just keep trying to get pressure with your defensive line and not allow him any momentum. And number two, you need to dominate time of possession. And that's what the Eagles failed to do in the second half, like how they did in the first half. Because first half, they were doing great, but second half, just absolutely disappointing defensive performance from him. But still, as a Pats fan, I enjoyed this game. Got to give it up to the Chiefs. They came up in the clutch. Patrick Mahomes, I remember when everybody was clowning on him when he lost that Super Bowl 2 years ago to the Buccaneers. And I think I might have said this in one of my previous videos, is that don't, you can say what you want about Patrick Mahomes, but he'll be back. And today, Patrick Mahomes, he proved me right, man. He came back and he just won another Super Bowl with the Chiefs, despite him, losing or getting blown out against the Buccaneers in the one 2 years ago. Well, I told people that, hey, this is going to be a learning experience for Patrick Mahomes. And sure enough, it was. Fast forward 2 years later, Patrick Mahomes, came back better than ever. And he just led Kansas City to another Super Bowl win. So, yeah, Chiefs Super Bowl champions. So let me know what you guys thought about this game. Congrats to the Chiefs from a Patriots fan. And let's hope that the Patriots this offseason can finally do something so that maybe the Patriots next season can, win another Super Bowl and all that. So, yeah, hopefully Bill Belichick goes to work and gets us a goddamn offense, because that's what the Patriots need. So, yeah, despite the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, as always, go Patriots.